We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Friday, March 17th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak weekdays at 7 a.m. Watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to take a quick look now at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. Let's start with the Weather Underground forecast. For today, rain is possible. Have a high of 69 degrees, low of 58. It's a 40% chance of rain. 3-day outlook. Saturday, rain possible again, a high of 71, low of 41, 50% chance of rain. Sunday, clear skies, a high of 67, low of 49, and a 10% chance of rain. And then Monday, warming up quite a bit, partly cloudy with a high of 78, a low of 57, and a 0% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Friday. A rally in support of public education on Thursday included pleas from concerned citizens of all ages. Among those who addressed the hundreds gathered in the second-floor rotunda of the state capitol was former Tupelo Mayor Jack Reed Jr. He said support for public education should not be a partisan issue because of its importance to the progress of the state. Reed told the crowd of about 500 that legislators who cared about creating good jobs and reducing the crime rate should be for support of public education as the best way to achieve those goals. Tupelo Middle School student J.T. Grist also spoke. He said it isn't fair that students across Mississippi don't have the same opportunities afforded to students in his hometown. Grist said the Tupelo community spends local money to make up for the lack of state funding, but said many poor areas do not have the local funds to contribute to their schools. Others at the rally criticized Republican lawmakers as well as funds being sent to charter schools and vouchers. A rewrite of the state's public education funding formula was also a point of concern. The Mississippi Adequate Education Program has been underfunded by $1.8 billion since 2008. Better, more comfortable seating is coming to the BancorpSouth Arena. The Coliseum Commission Board voted unanimously at its February meeting to update the lower bowl section of the arena, removing the 23-year-old risers and offering improved seating this summer. Last week, the Tupelo City Council approved the Commission's recommendation and budget amendment, allowing the arena staff to move forward. The restoration project is phase one of an implementation that should see seating replaced throughout the arena by 2019. The upper 200 level sections of the arena will retain the backing, but the padding will eventually be replaced. With new electric risers in the lower level sections, the manual labor of pulling seats out will be a thing of the past. The total cost for phase one of the project will be $815,434. Overall, sections 102 through 104 and 110 through 112 will lose seats. Sections 106 and 108 will gain more. A total of 20 seats will be lost. Well, when the 7th annual Tupelo BBQ Duel begins in Fair Park this weekend, it will include one group of young competitors. The Young Hoggers features Tupelo High School students Zach Clemens, Montel Kirk, Ladarius Baker, and Zach Page. Event co-chairman Leslie Marrett said the group is by far the youngest team ever to compete in the Tupelo event. Clemens has attended Tupelo Hog Roasters events with his dad ever since he could walk. Last fall, he started a barbecue club at THS. He said the team's goal for this year's event is to get advice from other pro cookers and to have fun. The barbecue event takes place today through Sunday at Fair Park in downtown Tupelo. It also features free concerts, kids' activities, a People's Choice pulled pork tasting, and food vendors. 72 teams have registered for the contest, including 25% of the top 100 ranked teams in the nation. More than $25,000 will be awarded in cash and prizes during the weekend. And in sports, Mississippi State's women are looking for a deep run into the NCAA tournament, and that quest begins today at 1:30 p.m. The Bulldogs, the number 2 seed, will take on Troy in Starkville in the first round today. A win gives them another home game against either DePaul or Northern Iowa. And a win there would put MSU back in the Sweet 16, which is as far as it's ever gone in the NCAA tourney. They got there last year, losing by 60 points to eventual national champ UConn. The Bulldogs have been among the nation's best all season, with a national ranking as high as number 3. They have a record of 29-4 and finished second in the SEC standings. Gillum Trophy winner Victoria Vivians leads MSU, averaging 16.4 points and 4.2 rebounds per game, and she has a strong supporting cast that includes Dominique Dillingham and Morgan William. That's it for Newsbreak on this Friday. We do want to remind you to check out one of the podcasts we produce here at the Daily Journal, The Memo, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment with myself and W. Derek Russell. You can find new episodes every Wednesday and Friday in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at memo.djournal.com. Be sure to look for today's episode, in which we speak with Jenna Parsons about what's going on in the food section. It gives us a little taste of the BBQ Duel coming up this weekend. Also, Derek Russell offers his review of the movie Get Out and tells us what's going on in the local entertainment scene. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your Daily Journal or at djournal.com. We're on Twitter at djournal now. Like us on Facebook as well. That's it for Newsbreak on this Friday. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.